Major Fillmore. How are you tonight, sir?
Good evening, Michael. Pleasure to be with you again.
Tonight's contest was supposed to be the second game in a conference doubleheader, but with the BCU women taking on Alcorn State earlier this evening. However, due to health and safety protocols within the Alcorn State program, the Lady Braves did not make the trip to Florida, and per SWAC rules had to forfeit both Saturday's game against Florida A&M and tonight's game against the Wildcats. Now, without further delay, let's talk basketball. The Bethune-Cookman Wildcats are 5-13, 3-3 in conference play after an electrifying 55-50 win against Jackson State on Saturday night. After weathering an early storm, the Cats' offense, led by Kevin Davis, went on a 22-6 run to take the lead and never trailed again. Although the Tigers pulled to within two multiple times. Timely scoring by Davis and Marcus Garrett, and 16 total steals were enough for BCU to hold on for the win. Kevin Davis continued his hot start to conference play with 18 points, and Marcus Garrett scored 14, his second highest point total of the season. Head coach Reggie Theus had this to say about the victory, quote, "I thought it was all around a really great team effort tonight. The points in the paint and the points off turnovers. I was very pleased with the all-around effort," unquote. On the season, Joe French still leads the way, scoring 14.7 points per game, although Kevin Davis is not too far behind at 12.6. Big man Dylan Robertson has the team's best field goal percentage, best tops in rebounds, and is second in the SWAC in blocks with 26. Our visitors, the Alcorn State Braves, are 5-13, 4-3 in the SWAC, but have dropped their last two contests against Prairie View A&M and FAMU. The Braves have the second best three-point shooting team in the conference, hitting 33.4% as a team. Justin Thomas is the SWAC's assist per game leader, dishing out 4.3 a game. He also leads assist to turnover ratio. On the offensive side, the Braves take the scoring by committee approach, with no player averaging in double figures. However, four Braves, Linnell Henry, Justin Thomas, Keandre Montgomery, Dominic Bruton, and Ladarius Agnew all average over 8 points a game. Alcorn State had one of the more grueling non-conference schedules in Division I this season, playing all 12 games on the road, plus 3 conference games on the road before finally returning to the Davy L. Whitney Complex in Alcorn, Mississippi on January 15th. Now it's time for Major Fillmore's key to the game, or as I like to call them, the Major's orders.
Yeah, these are the Major's orders. I'm going to tell you, start off with Kevin Davis got to come out again. What he did, he dictated the pace, came out, was aggressive, hit a couple of threes, got in a great rhythm. That's why he had those 18 points. But he needs that other person to come with him. Tonight, we need Joe French to come tonight. Also, with the length of Alcorn State, we need everybody. This needs to be a team rebounding game. And when I mean team rebounding, we need everybody to board. Mr. Thea said before, he needs his guards to give him 20 rebounds this game. Now, that's a big task, but I think they're up to it tonight. Also, Dylan Robinson, again, I need him to have a double-double. I also need Joe French to come out hot. So those are the Major's orders, as you say, Michael, for tonight.
And you said Alcorn State was long. They've got 5 players at 6'7 plus. So they're going to bring a lot of triple forward lineups, maybe 2 forwards and a center sometimes, and it's going to be very difficult to get into the paint for Bethune-Cookman tonight. So the outside shooting has to be there. Now let's head down to the court and get into the game.
Sigma got to learn that. Why? Sigma. Oh, you didn't know that. I see. My bad. I'm going to have to get you a couple of these.
I never worked in pen.
Oh, you never? No. I got Army pencils, too.
Starting lineups on the floor for both teams. Here we go for Bethune-Cookman. It's the same lineup as they had on Saturday. Marcus Garrett, Damani McIntyre, Kevin Davis, Jillian Robertson, and Joe French. And for Alcorn State, it is Justin Thomas, Honest Walker, Marco Morency, Dominic Bruton, and Darius Agnew. It'll be interesting to see who will start at center, because they've got Agnew out there at 6'8", and that is who they're starting at center, because everybody else is a little bit shorter than that. Keandra Montgomery also up there at 6'7", and look out for Linnell Henry, who leads the team in points and rebounds, who is coming off the bench tonight. He is 6'8" at 215 as well. So because the Wildcats struggled a little bit to contain McInnes on Saturday, 6'7", 250. Now they're potentially having to go up against three of them at once tonight. How do you combat that as a coach?
Well, I'm going to say it like this, Michael. I feel like Dylan, the Slim Reaper, is up for the challenge tonight. He loves challenges like this. I think it's going to be interesting.
I think there was an infraction by Robertson on the jump, which is why he won it so easily against Marco Morency. This time, Morency does win the tip, and Alcorn State controls. They're in purple. They go right to left in this opening half of play. Around a screen, getting to the baseline, and a block by Gavis, and it's going to be Bethune-Cookman basketball off the bats.
I like how Dylan, he could have went for the block, but he knew he was going to foul the man. He slid by, and he let Davis get that block. That was beautiful team defense right there.
Yeah, so do not be fooled by the very tall lineup that Alcorn State can put on the floor. They're the second best three-point shooting team in the conference. They shoot 37.8% from beyond the arc.
Something critical when they're shooting these threes is going to be the long rebound.
Marcus Garrett gets inside, can't get his left-hand layup to go. Ball out of bounds, it'll go to Alcorn State.
Looks like they're mixing it up. They're putting Damani McIntyre on the point guard tonight, give a little ball pressure.
And you mentioned it on Saturday. McIntyre is our best on-ball defender, but that time he screened out of it. Here's a three from the corner, off the front of the rim, no good. Robertson skies for the board.
And how everybody went to the boards. That's what I want to see all night.
And you said Coach Diaz said it before the game to you, so he must have preached it over and over again to his team to crash those boards. Still scoreless, about a minute and a half in. Here's Davis. Into the paint, floater off to the left.
We're starting to get stagnant already, Michael, in the offense when I don't see a lot of motion, and that's going to be disturbing. Come on.
And that is how Bethune-Cookman was most effective against Jackson State on Saturday, when they made the extra pass, when people off the ball were making the effort to get open. Alcorn State misses another baseline runner, but it will stay with the Braves as Robertson taps it out of play.
Yeah, we can't get ourselves into those situations again. We got to stop being stagnant on offense.
From the corner, there's a three-pointer right off the bat. That's August Walker.
And he had a couple of things to say to the student section as he was turning around.
He did indeed. 3-0 Alcorn State, excuse me. I'll get it eventually. And there's going to be a reach-in foul called against the Braves. They're going to get it on Morency. Two minutes gone by, 3-0 Braves. In an early defensive battle here at Moore Gymnasium. Marcus Garrett fires a bullet of a pass that's too strong for Robertson, and let's see what Alcorn State can do on the break. Extra pass underneath. Joshua dribbles out of it. I mentioned that Marco Morency's on the floor. That is incorrect. Wearing 13 tonight is the 6'7" junior forward Dontel McQuarter. And underneath the basket, the left-hand lip is no good from Darius Agnew, a transfer from Southeast Missouri State.
Now, Agnew is trying to be like McGinnis was the other night. Muscle his way in on Dillon, but see, Dillon, like I said, Slim Reaper, he's strong. Do not let the size fool you.
Reggie Theus is not happy about something. Jacoby Long is already get set to come in as there's a tough finish off the glass from Marcus Garrett to get the Cats on the board. And that wasn't so much off-ball movement as a fantastic pick and roll.
No. No, it wasn't.
Bullet of a pass corralled by Thomas up top. Thomas, the top assist per game in the conference, dishing out 4.2 a game, but that time the ball goes out of play. It'll be BCU ball.
And I think Coach Theus and his staff knew that, and that's why they wanted to put the Monty McIntyre on him to keep that ball pressure, see if we can keep his assist down.
Well, now here's an interesting wrinkle. Kevin Davis is out of the game for Jacoby Long just 3.5 minutes in. And Coach Theus not happy. Oh, I guess he just took him out of the game to tell him something that we probably can't repeat on air.
No, because the FCC would get us.
He's going to send him back in. Long draws a double team. Garrett's the man free. Free throw line jumper, good.
I see how we're attacking that trap, that half-court trap, taking it to the middle of the court. That is excellent. That was excellent execution.
The 15 to 18-foot jump shot was huge for BCU yesterday. They drained so many of those mid-range shots, and it seemed that every time Jackson State, as it goes to Agnew, blocked by Robertson. Every time that Jackson State thought about going on a run, the mid-range shooting was what kept the Bethune-Cookman in the game. Robertson has to back out of contact and fire a tough shot that's too strong.
He got that contact from McIntyre, his own teammate.
And now McIntyre making up for it by getting the steal and the foul on the other end. Damani McIntyre, man, he's just a hunter. He hunts for those steals.
Comes from now, interesting fact, he came from a prep school that was a military academy. Now, when you start getting into that methodology of going to one of those Kempers, one of those junior colleges in military, Fort Valley, it's different. Valley Forge. You get into the society, as we call it.
Kevin Davis back in the game. Jacoby Long not out there for very long. Davis underneath for Robinson, and it will go back to Alcorn State.
I like the idea of him trying to get Dillon off and coming down, but we need to take good passing angles. Drop pass down to Dillon. Bounce pass. It looks like, and I go back to when Garrett did a pick and roll with him, he tried to find him, but Dillon couldn't handle it. So I think they're trying to really get Dillon established before Joe, because Joe hasn't taken a shot yet. And I'm looking to see what's going to be going on with him and Mr. Davis.
We have reached the under 16 media timeout. We'll take 30 seconds and be right back. This is Bethune-Cookman Wildcats basketball on the Cat Eye Network. Wildcat fans, Bethune-Cookman basketball returns to Moore Gymnasium for a doubleheader on Saturday, February 5th, when the Wildcats take on Prairie View A&M in a conference matchup. The women's team tips off at 2 p.m. The men follow at 4. Come out and support your Wildcats or watch the action live on the Cat Eye Network. 4-3, BCU leads a defensive matchup early with the Braves of Alcorn State. Alcorn just 1 of 6 from the floor in the opening couple of minutes. Freshly into the game, here's Linnell Henry, the team's leader in points scored.
You can see that Bethune is sagging deep with 3 people into the lane.
Mid-range jump shot won't go for Keandre Montgomery, as here's a 3 in transition for Joe French. Left it short, but he gets his own miss back. Teardrop in mid-range, he gets it to go.
That's a good look. That's a good look. He followed his shot.
Alcorn quickly in transition. Dylan Robertson swallows up the shooter.
Michael, did you see Dylan get up for the rebound, the last iteration? This man is showing all his length.
He is playing with some energy tonight. Jamani McIntyre picked up his first foul on that last sequence, however. Important not to get him in foul trouble.
Yes.
Kick to the corner, extra pass, and back on top it goes. Here's August Walker with a long 2, front iron no good, and another rebound for Robinson. Long pass ahead finds Davis. Oh, he gets it poked out of his hands. Excellent transition defense by Justin Thomas. And then BCU throws it away.
Miscommunication between him and Mr. French. He thought Joe was gonna drift back here to the top so they could reset the offense.
Yeah. Impressed with the effort by Justin Thomas there for Alcorn State. He could have let that just be an easy transition layup, but he sprinted back to deny Joe French.
And you're going to see that all night from our Alcorn State team. They're a hustling type team.
Second season head coach Landon Bussey's got his team playing with a lot of tempo and a lot of very physical play. Justin Thomas cashes in that time on a layup. Thomas from Indianapolis, Indiana, just like our very own Damani McIntyre.
Now we have to do more of that. You see how Davis, he drove into the paint, wasn't going to be denied. He either was going to get that left-hand layup or he was going to get fouled, and he got fouled, Mike.
And something I'm very interested in is how is this game going to be refereed? Because remember on Saturday, the refs were swallowing their whistles a lot. Not a lot was called. Nobody was ever in the bonus in that game. But already we've got 3 fouls on Alcorn State. We got 14 minutes to go in the half.
We do, and that's going to dictate a lot at the end, too, if this is a close game.
Kevin Davis, 1 of 2 from the line that time. He shoots 82% from the charity stripe on the season. BCU increases their lead back to 2. Posting up is Henry. Guarded by Robertson. Now the help comes from French. Robertson forces a tough shot, but a great rebound. Put back no good, and Robertson cleans up the miss.
As you can see, Dylan is asserting himself on the rebounding end.
Yeah,
I like that.
It was Keandre Montgomery for Alcorn. Bucket! And the foul for Marcus Garrett.
That was nice. Garrett saw that his defender was trying to get everything organized. He came back, it was too late, and won.
This is promising from Bethune-Cookman. They've come out and they've really competed. I mean, even in the games that they've won, like on Saturday, they came out, they were down 13-3 after about 5 minutes. Today, they're right in the game. They're up by 4 and possibly 5 after this and 1 opportunity for Garrett, who sinks it. Marcus Garrett, only 51% from the free throw line, but he got that and 1 opportunity to go. Here's Justin Thomas, the native of Indianapolis, transferring from Morehead State. And now off to Bruton. Long 3 from straight on swish. It's good.
We got to put a hand in the faces because you just can't have a spot-up shooter just stand there and shoot.
And that was the 6'7", Keandre Montgomery, who hit that 3. Garrett drives all the way in, and it's going to be a kick ball. I believe it will stay with the Wildcats. Oh, a trip, excuse me.
Yes, yes. Garrett is pressing the issue. He's saying, I'm going to press the issue to see how your half-court press is going to do me.
And I like his speed. He's got great two-step speed.
Yes.
Here's Joe French, still not, he's got 2 points. Marcus Garrett has 7 to lead all scorers in the early going. Cross-court pass. 7 to shoot. French has it knocked away. And then he gets a hand on the outgoing pass to prevent an Alcorn State fast break. To mid-range. Getting his own miss was Thomas, but then ripping it away down low is Davis. Davis loses the handle, maybe gets a little bit lucky there to get it right back.
We're getting a little sloppy, Michael, with the rebound and getting the outlet pass to our guards. We got to calm down a little bit so we can go ahead and run the proper offense.
And a whistle and a stoppage of play travel called against Robertson as he dragged his pivot foot.
But you can see that Garrett is doing something he didn't do against the previous game, and that's look for him as Dylan dives to the bucket. He's looking for him.
All right, Garrett's going to take a seat. Jacoby Long comes back in, so a little bit taller of a lineup now on the floor for BCU.
So this means Kelvin Davis is going to probably become he's going to become a ball handler.
Yeah. Davis listed at 6'5", but as I said the other day, he's probably closer to 6'6". Holding steady at the top, here's Bruton. Bruton can't get through the double team. He'll just wait and fire along 2. Offensive board, put back is good for Agnew.
Critical to get these rebounds. These second chance points are going to kill us.
Yeah, already 4 offensive rebounds for Alcorn State. Outside, here's French for 3 from the corner, a little bit short.
He has got to get hot because we're not going to get too many inside looks.
Nice deflection by Robertson. Long on the break. Long gets to the cup. Tough finish with the left hand, and KJ Davis is there for the putback.
That was a nice follow. Nice follow. He thought his teammate had got fouled, but he's kept playing through the play.
Slim 2-point lead for BCU about halfway through the opening half of play here at Moore Gymnasium. The gym has filled up nicely. It was a little bit sparse at the beginning of the game. People getting off of work maybe on a Monday night and coming out to watch some basketball. Thomas got trapped up, somehow got the ball away, and then a pass to the inside is intercepted. Long pass ahead finds Davis. Davis goes up with it, gets it blocked. It comes right down to McIntyre, and then Dylan Robertson cashes in.
Dylan Robinson and Kevin Davis are all over the boards right now offensively.
We are so much more aggressive at the rim than we were on Saturday, and it's paying off.
Yes, well, you had a 255-pound shot blocker, Michael, in the middle.
Round a screen, kick to the corner, 3 on the way, in and out. Another offensive rebound for Alcorn State, and Darius Agnew's going to go to the line. Darius Agnew, a native of Starkville, Mississippi, leads the team in field goal percentage at 49.5. And Alcorn State will head to the line when we come back. This is Bethune-Cookman basketball on the Cat-Eye Network. Stay tuned. Make sure you are representing Bethune-Cookman University Athletics to the fullest. Buy the latest BCU gear online at the Bethune-Cookman online store. Go to bcuathletics.com, then click on Shop to find the newest BCU clothing and apparel. That's bcuathletics.com. Click on Shop. Oh, it is good to have the pep band back in the building. First game all season that they've been in here.
Yes, yes. Some critical minutes here now. Dylan Robinson isn't in the game. We have now Jonathan Bolden, number 21 in.
Jonathan Bolden, a senior, transfer from UMKC, originally from Harvest, Alabama. But he has mostly played a backup role to Robertson this season, but he's going to have to match up well, especially against Agnew, who's at the land right now.
Yes, because we, just like he did before, he gave us a couple of critical minutes against McGinnis last game, and we need that again from him.
Agnew hits both of his free throws. He's a 78% free throw shooter on the season. Davis and Garrett play back and forth and get the ball across the timeline. Now double team down low, and they did well to get the ball back to Garrett to reset the offense. 15 on the shot clock. Marcus Garrett in front of the Alcorn bench. Looking for a place to go with the ball, nowhere to go. 5 on the shot clock. Garrett finds Davis, his three-pointer, good!
Even though Davis hit that shot, we're starting to stand around a little bit. I want us to keep swinging the ball, giving that good motion.
Shot fake, drive, hook shot, up and in for Keandre Montgomery.
Coach T is a little mad with Mr. Bolden about that last defensive iteration.
Yeah, got him to bite on the shot fake. But I really like what I've seen from Montgomery's game so far. He's long, but he can move like a guard.
Yes. But that's becoming the norm in college.
Quick switch to Davis, that time short on a three. Alcorn State player fell down, and now Bolden underneath. Can't get the finish to go, and the rebound comes to Agnew.
He's got to hit those point-blank layups. I need those.
Nice little bit of fancy footwork, and draining a three is Keandre Montgomery.
What did he call?
I'm not sure what he called. They call an offensive foul. They called it on Montgomery. They called it trip, no basket. So sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, because that was a dagger from way downtown.
I'm gonna be the Alcorn coach, and I would kind of contest that call right there, because as they say, some of the great broadcasters, that might have been a nickel and dimer right there, Michael.
Yeah, and I think maybe we might have the defender might have sold that a bit there, as Davis is going to come out after maybe taking a bit of a crash to the ground. He's going to get some minutes on the bench. So now with Davis out, French is going to have to be the main scorer. Into the corner long, back to Garrett. Alcorn State off the turnover. Here they come. A foul and one. It's Keandre Montgomery again getting to the hoop.
Wow, Mr. Montgomery showing the whole game tonight.
He's got wheels, too, to go along with that fancy footwork.
Yeah, that 6'7" frame can shoot, can move off the dribble, and he just showed, do not let my size fool you. I will go to the cup.
Montgomery is one of those 5 Alcorn State players who average over 8 points a game, specifically 8.2 for him.
I think he's going to be the crowd favorite over there in the student section tonight.
They are already giving Montgomery a lot of love. Sinks the end one to tie the game at 17. And McIntyre's going to check back in. Jonathan Bolden goes out.
See those 1-2 minute spurts that he comes off the bench to give Dylan a blow. He's got to just board, and when he gets a point blank layup, he's got to hit it.
Here's a three from French. Swish! It's good from Joe French.
And the Alcorn coach is about to have a baby over there because no one switched on French when he hit that three-pointer.
Yep, 64.3%, or excuse me, 20% from beyond, excuse me, I'm reading the wrong line. I'll get back to that stat that I was trying to find as a lay-in is good for Alcorn State. Joe French leads the team with a 39.4% three-point shooting range. I got there.
Yeah. Now, that last iteration, Mr. Bruton did something very crafty. He switched to this. He took it to the outside shoulder so Dylan wouldn't be able to shot block it.
Here's Dylan Robertson off the glass and in. He went right over Ladarius Marshall.
Active. Dylan is really active tonight.
He's playing with a purpose down low. Alcorn's putting all 5 on the perimeter. Nobody in the paint right now wearing purple. It's just going to be a spot-up 3 for Montgomery. Too strong.
Oh, my spark plug is in the game, too.
Collins Joseph into the ball game. Had a bit of an off night on Saturday, only 4 points. McIntyre on the baseline. Switches on a reverse layup is good.
Oh, that was nice, Mr. McIntyre. Switched to the left hand, used the goal as a shield, and came to the other side. That was excellent.
BCU has hit 3 of their last 4 from the field. Rising up is Bruton, and another offensive board for the men in purple. That time Marshall took it off the glass. He tried to go back with it and got a jump ball call against Dylan Robertson.
And I like how Dylan did not stick his hand in there to get a reaching foul. He kept his arms up so he wouldn't get that. And they got the jump ball from a guard that came down to get it. And I like that.
We've reached the under 8 media timeout. This is Bethune-Cookman Wildcats basketball on the Cat Eye Network. Michael Travillo and the Major with me up here in the commentary booth. It's BCU and Alcorn State. Cookman's got a 24-19 lead. This game's gone back and forth a little bit as both teams trying to exert their will on the floor early, and neither team's been able to get away, but the Wildcats have just done a little bit better, I think, on the defensive end, and that's why they have that 5-point lead.
Yes, they're keeping the defensive intensity, and they're keeping that same intensity, and I want them to keep that through the duration of the game, because defense wins championships, Michael.
Offense, however, wins games, and currently Joe French has the ball. He hands to Garrett. French around a screen, tried to dump it off to Jacoby Long. There is no Robertson in the game right now. Oh, no, excuse me, he is out there. Long switch, catch and shoot. Yes, sir, it's good for Honest Walker.
Wow. Now you're starting to see him warming up a little bit here, Michael, from the three-point line.
Got to get that ball across the time stripe. They do. Garrett drives, backdoor cut. There's a rim-rocking Robertson dunk for the first time tonight.
Oh, boy. Slim Reaper.
And you can tell how the BCU bench popped up on that one. They are hype right now.
Yes, they are.
On the wing, here's Bruton. Low post for Agnew. Agnew has to kick it back to Bruton. Thought about a three, won't take it. Agnew against Robertson, and Robertson does just enough, but it comes straight back to Agnew. Now Agnew gets tied up. The ball's on the floor. It's going to be a jump ball, and the possession will go to Alcorn State.
That is the hustle you like and you love to see out of the Wildcats. And even Alcorn, too. Everybody, bodies on the floor. Good, hard-fought basketball.
And the Wildcats are doing something that I really love. They've noticed that Alcorn is prioritizing the three, and they're closing out quickly, forcing them to make that extra pass.
Make them put it on the floor, take that extra dribble, get them off their rhythm. Because if we've noticed, Michael, a lot of their threes are from spot shooting. Make everybody move. There's only a few people on this planet, and one of them is named Steph Curry, that can move and shoot like that.
Short baseline into Henry. Haven't seen him get going much today. Almost a steal by McIntyre, but he just can't keep his feet.
I love that man's defensive game, man. He again, being that pest, that good pest. He's a good length guard, and
hitting the side of the backboard that time was Henry. That was a good matchup for Alcorn State as they had Robertson out on him, but he couldn't convert. Now Collins Joseph back the other way.
When Colin Joseph is in there, the offense really calms down.
Jacoby Long just left the layup short. Looked like he had a free lane to the basket, but it will stay with the Wildcats.
When Colin Joseph is in there, you can tell that the offense starts to settle down compared to Garrett, who's a real drive it down your throat type guard.
Joe French draws the double team. Who's open? It's Robertson. Extra pass down low. Jacoby Long puts it up, gets it blocked, gets it back, and puts it in.
Jacoby Long, that size helped him that time. He absorbed the shot, couldn't get the first shot, followed it up with a rebound layup.
It's not a stat that we get on our live table, but I would love to see the second chance points numbers.
Yes.
Because BCU has done an excellent job crashing the boards and getting putbacks so far in this game. We've almost reached the end of the first half. I've been having so much fun I lost track of time. Under 5 minutes to go. Foul going to be on the floor, no shot. It's going to be a grab against Bethune-Cookman.
Student section's getting a little rowdy.
They're getting a little rowdy. They didn't think that Jacoby Long reached there, but
yeah, they didn't.
That's the second foul on Jacoby, and Joe French takes a seat. There's a three, in and out, and look out, here comes Collins Joseph. He's got wheels, he gets to the lane, and he's gonna get the foul call.
Did you see how fast, Michael, he accelerated once he got to the three-point line and get to the cup before the defender could even realize he had gotten flight?
Yeah. And
that's the sneaky thing about him.
I was talking earlier about Marcus Garrett's, two-step acceleration earlier. Collins Joseph has that exact same thing, and maybe even a little bit faster.
He does. I would call him like, and we're going to use a reference on the playoffs, and me and you were talking about that, Tyreek Hill next gear. Not to say, let me say to viewers out there, I'm not saying Colin Joseph is as fast as Tyreek Hill.
But it's a reference to about the ability to increase your speed at will.
Yes, I don't want my Twitter feed to go crazy.
Collins Joseph at the line misses the first one. Joseph, 71.4% from the charity stripe on the season, 15 of 21. As Robertson's going to get a break as Bolden comes back in.
Again, critical moments. I need Mr. Bolden. All he needs to do is board, give good solid picks, guard, come over, be a good team defender, shot block. That's all I need.
1 of 2 goes down for Joseph. As 3 Bethune-Cookman players have hit 1 free throw today. Davis, Garrett, and now Joseph. Thomas against McIntyre. Gets it blocked. Oh, they're going to call the foul as McIntyre got him on the wrist. I thought that was clean, but we are far away from the play and the referees are not. So McIntyre will take the foul. We'll take a break and be right back. This is Bethune-Cookman basketball on the Cat Eye Network. Bethune-Cookman has a 29-22 lead with 3:45 to go in the opening half here at Moore Gymnasium. But however, Alcorn State has the basketball, and I think they're going to go to the line. They do, because BCU is in the single bonus, so it'll be a 1+1 coming up. This has been a very end-to-end basketball game. It's not been played at a slow pace.
No, it's not. And kind of that's favoring us, because we don't want their length to start settling in the lane, and that's when they're going to be able to team rebound. We need to keep our foot on the gas, because we're going to have to beat them with team speed.
Justin Thomas at the free throw line. He's a native of Indianapolis, Indiana. Played ball at Pike High School. 15 points per game his senior year of high school. He was the 2016 Indiana Basketball Coaches Association All-State first-team player. He's another one of those players that's bounced around. First 2 seasons at Northern Illinois, then 2 years at Morehead State, and now a graduate transfer over here to Alcorn. 2 free throws good for Thomas.
Alcorn coming out in a 2-2-1 full court trap.
They haven't gotten a turnover out of it yet today, but I'm sure they will keep trying. Collins Joseph Danson, step back, pulls up, and it rattles home.
The one thing about Collins Joseph, he has a one-on-one game. To be his size, he's the one person on the team I can say has a legit one-on-one game where he can break you down off the dribble, either blow past you or he's going to pull up for that jumper.
That was a nice step back. Double team from Bolden leaves Henry open. His three-pointer is no good. Whistle and a foul on the floor.
That's one of those fouls, Michael, where Davis really didn't get his money's worth on that one.
Alcorn State just one of their last 7 from the floor. So BCU has turned up the defense here late in the first half, but the free throw line has allowed the Braves to stay in the game. Here's a step back 3 off the back iron and no good. Marcus Garrett skies for the board. Garrett turns on the Jets, falls down but draws the contact.
And does a couple of push-ups while he's down on the floor. He said, I didn't get enough weight room workout today.
And on the defensive end, I'm going to go back to our interior defense. We've done a fantastic job at not allowing Alcorn State's bigs to be a presence around the rim. I was watching the Braves in warm-up. I got here for shoot-around a couple of hours ago, and all they did was just toss, dunk as the free throw goes begging. Crashing into the crowd is DeCarian Thorne to save the play.
I thought they were going to call pass interference on Mr. Gary.
That would be the wrong game.
No, but it looked like it.
It did look like it. Thomas blows by his defender, almost puts the ball on the floor. Drop pass, and finally getting fouled is Darius Agnew.
That goes back to what you said, Michael, the interior defense. That time we got caught napping, and they were able to drop it off to their bigs who had an uncontested layup, which he should have hit for the and one, but
Agnew played his first 2 college seasons at East Mississippi Community College, and he led EMCC to their first MAC-JC state basketball championship since the 1930s. And then he transferred to the Division I level at Southeast Missouri State in the Missouri Valley.
A highly competitive conference that does well in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah, you've got Illinois State in the up there, the Sycamores, or Indiana State as well as Illinois State, the Sycamores.
Yes, yes.
Collins Joseph around the screen, hits the mid-range jumper.
Now the big is gonna have to show on that, or Joseph is gonna kill them all night with that.
And again, the mid-range game working for BCU, and there's the lob, and it's not a dunk, but it counts just as well for Dontrell McQuarter, who's come back in the game. He originally started for Alcorn State. Backdoor pass, read well by the defense. Here's a catch and shoot from the left-hand wing, way too strong, and it falls to KJ Davis.
Alcorn is coming down, and they're taking the first three-point shot they could take. They're not using offensive efficiency right now.
Robertson open off the double team in the corner for Davis. Davis has to get all the way back to the top for Joseph. 8 to shoot. Davis fires for 3, in and out, but a great rebound by Garrett, but he just can't control it. In the lane is Thomas, left it short, almost got his own miss, but Collins Joseph there to clean up the mess. Marcus Garrett ahead in transition, up and under for the score.
He took it to the chest of the big. He was going to make him have to foul him, or he was going to get that layup.
Marcus Garrett leads all scorers with 9 points. Continuing his strong run of form from a 14-point effort on Saturday, and there's going to be a kickball in the middle. I don't think that was intentional by Joseph. The ball just kicked off his foot.
Now, this is where it's going to get interesting. I was thinking that Alcorn's coach was going to bring Montgomery back in earlier because McIntyre's on the bench, who was guarding him most of the first half, because now he has a smaller defender on him.
And we'll see if they go to him. No, it's an ISO pull-up jumper for Henry, no good. Another offensive board for Alcorn. Another one as down low is Henry, and he gets the reverse layup to go.
I need Joe French. He was in position to get that rebound. He's got to make sure he box out his man to get that.
Joseph left the mid-range jumper way short, and here come the Braves in transition to the lane, and throwing it down is Bruton.
We got to make sure we're getting back on transition defense.
Joseph at the end of the half. Oh, that would have raised the roof, but it is a 3-point lead for Bethune-Cookman at the end of the half, 35-32. And once again, just like on Saturday, BCU has the lead, but Alcorn not letting them pull away.
Yeah, well, it's brewing to be like it was last time, Michael. To be where it's going to be a struggle, but it looks like now it's going to be more offensively. So we got to ensure that we are executing again, and we got to rebound in the second half, too, or they're going to kill us.
Here are your halftime numbers. Montgomery has 8, Walker has 6, Agnew has 6, Thomas and Bruton have 4, McWhorter has 2, and Henry has 2. That's Alcorn State. And for Bethune-Cookman, Marcus Garrett leads all scorers with 9. Davis has 6, Robertson has 6, French and Joseph have 5, McIntyre and Long have 2. We'll take the halftime break, and when we come back, it's the second half between the Braves of Alcorn State and the Wildcats of Bethune-Cookman University. Don't go anywhere. This is BCU Wildcat Basketball on the Cat Eye Network. Well, we only got half the basketball that we were expecting tonight because the Alcorn State women's basketball team was not able to make the trip to Florida, but the basketball that we are getting is very entertaining. Michael Toretto, Major Fillmore, back here at Richard B. Moore Gymnasium in Daytona Beach, Florida. Wildcats on top of the Braves, 35-32 at halftime. Major, take me into the locker rooms, into the mind of the coaches. What does each team need to adjust in this second half to come out with the win?
Well, I'm going to start with the Alcorn side. You have the length. Why are you shooting so many three-pointers and you're not going down to your bigs and establishing them before the three-point line? And then also not capitalizing on Montgomery being in the game while McIntyre isn't. Because while they're in there, he's really disrupting the flow for that man, who's looking like he's going to have a good scoring night. Now, we're over here on the Bethune-Cookman side. We got to get Joe French started, and we got to keep delivering to Dylan. And Davis is getting his shots within the flow of the game, but I want to see those three take assertiveness and take us to the finish line. Now, we cannot have offense efficiency in the last 3 minutes like we did last time. That's a critical thing.
Marcus Garrett leads the way with 9 points for BCU. He has been excellent attacking the paint tonight from the outside. Very excellent at driving and being aggressive against the bigger defense of Alcorn State. But I will put it to you this way. Whoever has the best next 5 minutes, 90% chance win the game.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with you on that because this is a tale of two halves. We have to be aggressive, but we have to also be smart offensively. Take a high percentage shot. Be unselfish. Be a good team offensively. We don't have to be individual.
Wildcats start with the basketball, attacking the basket to viewers left. They wear the all gold trimmed in white and burgundy. Alcorn State in the purple and gold road strip. Garrett fires for three, rims around and in.
I can live with that shot because he set his feet. The defender laid off. Hey, you don't respect my jumper, I'm going to take it.
First three of the game for Marcus Garrett. He extends his game-leading points to 12. And the lead is 6 for BCU. Backdoor cutting pass on the baseline, and there's going to be contact underneath. Foul's going to go against the Wildcats. That's going to be against Jamani McIntyre. That will be McIntyre's third personal foul. He's got the most in the game.
And mark this time right here, because now we're starting. He doesn't need to get in the foul trouble.
Alcorn State would like him to get into foul trouble.
Yes.
But that was just barely, I think Robertson got enough on that to keep it out of the basket. But a turnover underneath, and Alcorn State is going to not take advantage of it, but they will go to the free throw line. And we've had trouble tonight, not just with rebounding on the defensive end, because Alcorn State does have 11 offensive rebounds against us, only our 6. But when we do come down with the rebounds, we've struggled getting out in transition and getting away from the opponent hoop.
And that goes to what you said before, Michael, with the length of Alcorn State. And them also, as we get the board, they're surrounding us. The bigs are surrounding them.
Otis Walker, native of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, transferred from Stephen F. Austin in Texas.
Baton Rouge, as they would say.
Was mostly a reserve at Stephen F. Austin, only averaged 2 points and 1 rebound a game for the Lumberjacks. Here's Joe French. He's going to need to get hot in this second half as the offenses have led the way for both teams today, and there's going to be a trip called against Dontrell McQuarter.
What I want to see Mr. French do, he's becoming more predictable off that screen. Going to his right, dribbling with his right. He needs to be patient. Come back to the left. You lose your defender that way to get you a shot.
And head coach Landon Bussey is not happy about that call. He's having it precisely explained to him by our head referee today. Bussey was a former assistant coach at Xavier of Louisiana University and Prairie View A&M, where he spent time with both the women's and men's basketball teams for the Panthers.
And the student section and Mr. Montgomery are having a nice conversation.
And who do you think is going to win that one?
Well, the next couple of minutes is going to tell the tale.
Out of bounds it goes. BCU maintains control after Thomas tipped it out of play. That student section down there right next to the floor, they're going to harass the Braves on defense every chance they get.
Yes. Hey, student section is the most important section.
Garrett against his opposite number. Into the corner, McIntyre. Here's French. Double teamed in the corner. Back to McIntyre. Extra pass. Garris has to get a shot up three to shoot. It's off the glass and almost went in, but it's going to be a shot clock violation.
Yeah.
Excellent switching there by Alcorn
I wish
State.
McIntyre would have took that mid-range jumper because he had it open.
Yeah.
He didn't need to make that extra pass. I know he wanted to be unselfish, but sometimes when you see a big gap like that, the defender is looking for the pass. Come into the paint, shoot that 15-footer.
On the baseline, here's Henry. Henry's been mostly stifled tonight, only has 2 points. Outside shot for the corner rolls out. Davis grabs the miss. Davis been a little bit hot and cold tonight, only 6 points on 2 of 6 shooting for Kevin Davis. Catch and shoot three for French off the front of the iron and no good. In transition, there was a man open in purple on the baseline, but choosing to take the outside shot is McWhorter, and then Robertson crashes to the ground. They're going to foul against Linnell Henry.
Dylan is really active. I'm loving this. I'm really loving this from Dylan. Dylan is stepping up to the challenge. He said, yeah, okay, they got a lot of length, but I'm going to show you what my length can do.
And one of the things you mentioned on Saturday about the men's team is where is the on-the-floor leadership going to come from? And I think Dylan Robertson is leading the charge for that tonight with his play.
Yes.
McIntyre finds French. French, ball poked away by Walker. It'll stay BCU ball.
Again, Joe is going to the right. He's got to stop being predictable with that move.
Garrett looking for an opening, just tries to take it himself, dribbles it off his foot. It fortuitously falls to French. 3 on the shot clock. Garrett got to get something off. He does! The bank is open! Oh, they're going to call him for an offensive foul.
Good idea, but hey, good offense, better defense. Coach preached about stepping in the lane, taking the charge.
Dontrell McWhorter took that charge. Another native of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, this time a transfer from Ryder. And Hines Community College as well. 2-time NJCAA All-State and All-Conference selection for McWhorter. Almost another steal by McIntyre.
Yes. Now you see they've taken McIntyre off of Montgomery. I think it's conceivably to keep him out of there, but they want to also get him pesty on the guard play.
Look out, Thomas coughs up the ball. French down the floor, goes to the backhand and scores!
That was nice. Again, use that goal as a shield. Come on to the other side. The big is either going to have to goaltend it or you're going to get the layup.
6-point lead for the Cats, 40-34, 16 minutes to go in the game. Crowd gets loud, foul off the ball. I think they're going to get Robertson for a hold. They are indeed, and that'll be Robertson's second foul. Nobody really in foul trouble except McIntyre, who's got 3, and then for Alcorn State, McWhorter has 3. Nobody else has more than 2. Again, we've played 3 half. Oh no, I'm going to back out of that statement because I knew it was wrong. I was about to say we had 3 half of basketball without any penalty, but we had a single bonus for Alcorn State in the first half.
Yes.
But it has been mostly a clean game.
Yeah, it has. It's been an aggressive, clean game at that. And this time, the refs are not swallowing their whistle, but everybody's playing a pretty clean defensive game where they're not getting reach-in, they're not getting ticky-tack fouls for the most part.
Taking a look at the shot chart, it's just all mid-range for BCU, and it's been mostly effective on the outside for Alcorn State, and Alcorn's been better in the paint.
Well, that's understandable when you got all that length of 6'7" gentlemen on their team. But we've been pressing the issue, keeping our foot on the gas, which we got to do, a la Golden State Warrior basketball. Not a big team, but they run the floor well. They shoot better than us. Now, let me put that out there, Mike. But they run the floor, and they're going to make you defend them all over the court.
Yeah, I'm looking right here. There are two mid-range jump shots from the right-hand wing for Collins Joseph and two from straight on for Marcus Garrett. So you can really see where they like to get their catch and shoots from.
They're getting comfortable. They're starting to, once you become, and you got to remember, a lot of our team has not played together, and this is their first time playing up at this gym the first year. So, like Larry Bird used to say, he used to know the whole Boston Garden floor where it was dead. They're starting to learn comfortable spots here at Moore Gym.
Montgomery underneath, off the glass, no good from Henry. And Bethune-Cookman will control.
Dillon didn't get the block, but he disrupted the play. He made him think about it while he was laying that up.
Kevin Davis back in the game. He spent some time on the bench in this second half. Down low double team, looking for a place to go with the ball. Baseline, another double team. Robertson, the pass goes through his hands from Marcus Garrett on the back end.
I would want Garrett to look cross-side over here on the baseline to McIntyre, who was wide open, him and French together.
Underneath it goes, posting up Henry. Driving the lane, layup is good from Walker.
Oh, that was nice by Mr. Walker. He saw Dillon, and if he would have laid it up with his right hand, he was going to get that block. He came with the left and got it.
And something that Alcorn has done very well defensively in this second half is they've done excellent at trapping us on the baseline whenever Bethune-Cookman tries to drive.
And right now, we look confused a little bit.
McIntyre gets it stripped from behind by Walker. Ball on the floor. It comes to Alcorn State. McQuarter in transition. Stop and go, doesn't take the shot and waits for all of his purple-clad brethren to get down the floor.
Well, that was good transition defense by the Wildcats. There was about 2 on 4, so.
Montgomery in the corner. Now on the baseline, Henry. Underneath, and an easy layup for Goddess Walker.
Nice. Shot flake. Move to the left. You got Davis in the air.
Goddess Walker coming alive. He's now got a team-high 10 points. Garrett still leads all scorers with 12, and here he is now. Garrett, kick to the corner. McIntyre this time takes the 3 off the side of the backboard. Hustle play by Garrett to keep the possession alive.
That was good hustle. That was excellent hustle.
I think we're going to get a timeout.
No, I think they're talking about the shot clock.
It didn't hit the rim, so the shot clock shouldn't have reset.
Yes.
We are barely in the range for the under 14 media timeout, so we will take it with the teams on the floor. Bethune-Cookman holding on to a 2-point lead and trying to stop an Alcorn State run. When we come back, this is BCU Wildcat Basketball on the Cat Eye Network. Welcome back to more Gymnasium. We have got a good one here in the SWAC conference between Bethune-Cookman and Alcorn State. 40-38, Wildcats lead the Braves, and it's Bethune-Cookman ball. Wildcats scoreless over the last 2 minutes and 21 seconds, and that has allowed Alcorn to close the lead to just 2.
And it goes back to what you said, Michael. Who wins this first 5 minutes is going to be a high percentage they're going to win the game.
Look at a big swat from behind from the quarter.
And that was the point guard that got that swat. Number 3, he said, look, point guards can get blocks too.
That was Justin Thomas on the block. Little stay with Bethune-Cookman, only 4 on the shot clock. Everybody's got to know that. This has got to be a set play to try and find somebody open. Davis, Jacoby Long, who's just checked in, got to get it up. Davis does, and it's good.
Wow, that was quick execution.
That's good basketball IQ from Davis, knowing how much time he had to get it up, which was not much.
Yes.
Whistle and a stoppage, and they're going to call a hold on Robertson again, I believe. They are. That's Robertson's 3rd foul.
Okay, this is going to be critical. Robertson cannot get that 4th foul. If he gets it in the next, before the 10-minute mark, we're going to have some problems.
Jonathan Bolden better be ready, because he might be having to play some clutch minutes here down the stretch.
Yes.
Justin Thomas draws the double team, drives out of it, floater in the lane, good.
Justin Thomas been quietly going about his business tonight.
He's up to 6 points, just 2 of 5 from the floor. But he's one of those Damani McIntyre-like defenders.
Yeah.
Loves to be a pest and get in and around and try and block shots, disrupt passing lanes. Offensive foul, that's going to be Robertson's 4th. Just as you said it, Robertson picks up his 4th foul. And Coach Theus is hot. Linnell Henry, who's a transfer from Prairie View A&M, is still on the floor as his coach comes over and tries to attend to him.
I just hope Coach Theus don't catch a technical, because he is adamantly wanting to talk that cross-side referee about that call.
And I didn't see it in real time because I was watching the ball. I didn't really see what happened between Robertson and Henry.
Yeah, because they trying to see now if it was a flagrant.
I remember back during the Sunshine Slam at the Ocean Center,
that was
Collins Joseph got a flagrant 2 and got tossed for something very similar to that on the offensive end underneath.
Yeah.
So it is not an unprecedented call to maybe make a call like that, and now all 3 referees are going to go over to the monitor and look at it. Well, good news that Linnell Henry is sitting up and being tended to an athletic trainer.
I think, you know, if you ever take an elbow to the nose or the facial area, that thing, it's like an initial shock to you, and you got to get your faculties back together. But it's a good thing he's sitting up, training, he's talking, and he walked off.
Yeah, he's going to walk off under his own power. Good to see that from Linnell Henry. And last night, remember, we had a player go down under adverse circumstances for Jackson State. He was able to walk off under his own power. So a couple of scary moments over the weekend for opposing players here at Bethune-Cookman, but we're glad everybody is all right.
Now they trying to, I guess you see the referees huddling up now trying to see if this really was a foul, because they trying to see what actually happened.
Even if it is or isn't, I think Jonathan Bolden's going to have to come into the game now.
Oh, he has to. Now, Bolden got to know.
Here we go. Referees are going to walk to the scorer's table. And I can see the PA announcer there trying to get the referee's attention. He doesn't know what the call is. Flagrant 1. I just saw the referee say flagrant 1.
Wow.
So,
I don't know.
Robertson is not tossed, but it will be free throws for Alcorn State. As well as being the 6th team foul on BCU, so one more puts Alcorn in the bonus with 13:42 to go.
And I go back to what I said. He couldn't get that next foul, which now he has. And that really puts Bethune in a real pickle with him being in foul trouble.
Yeah, I think Keandre Montgomery is going to be very aggressive over the next couple of minutes.
Oh, yeah.
With Robertson out of the game to try and insert his dominance in the paint, because he's mostly been stifled tonight He only has 8 points, which is about his season average, but it feels like he could have had a lot more with the shot opportunities he's got.
Yeah, well, that's because McIntyre's been a great defender tonight. Best on ball defender. I keep preaching about that. McIntyre's making it real difficult for him, and he's kind of hesitant, especially since he got that one offensive foul when he quote-unquote tripped McIntyre on the three-point shot.
So now Justin Thomas is going to shoot some flagrant free throws here for Alcorn State. First one is good, and this one's going to be to tie the game at 42. BCU went into the break with a 5-point lead. They came out a little bit hot, stretched the lead to 8, but Alcorn has pulled it back. And now we have a tie ball game, and the Braves have possession.
I want to see what they're going to do now.
I want to see who's going to guard Darius Agnew.
It's going to be...
because they put Jacoby Long in there at the 5 instead of Bolden. Bolden is still on the bench.
Yeah. But Bolden's going to have to come in because they're going to need some type of rebounding in the length.
Here's Agnew on the outside. Back to Thomas. Wide open for 3 is Walker. It's off the back iron and no good, and immediately the discrepancy underneath hurts Bethune-Cookman, but Alcorn can't cash in on the rebound. Garrett trying to go coast to coast. Teardrop, yes sir!
Yes. You see, everybody has now, Coach Thea's probably had that huddle say everybody's got a board. Everybody's going to have to crash the
board. And I want to go back to something Coach Thea said before the game. He wants 20 rebounds from the guards. There's a layup good for Agnew. He was wide open in the back end.
Yeah, because now you don't have that back end defense with Robinson, so we're going to have to come up with something.
Marcus Garrett has been the primary scorer tonight for Bethune-Cookman. He's got 14, matching the 14 he got on Saturday. Davis on the baseline. Oh, that went off the foot of Garrett. He's able to save it, 8 to shoot. He pulls up from beyond the free throw line and hits it.
And I thought the Alcorn coach was going to come all the way to half court and start the offense and stop the offense himself.
But we were looking at the shot chart at halftime. Remember, we know that's Marcus Garrett's sweet spot right there, dead center. Teardrop pass underneath in the lane, and Alcorn State will go to the line. I believe they're going to get Davis. No, they're going to get Long. So that will be Long's third as the foul trouble continues to mount for BCU, and into the bonus goes Alcorn State.
And he came forward to get another one also here quickly.
In the first half, Alcorn State had 8 fouls to Bethune-Cookman's 7. In the second half, Alcorn only has 2 fouls to Bethune-Cookman's 7.
I'm kind of shocked that the Alcorn coach took Mr. Montgomery out the game right now.
McWhorter gets both of his free throws to go. McWhorter, a 72.2% free throw shooter, and it's a tie game again. Davis, kick to the corner, McIntyre baseline drive, defender falls over, no foul. French open for 3, yes sir! Joe French gets the crowd on its feet, and BCU's got a 3-point lead.
Now we got good spacing. That was a good iteration. You saw the drive, the kick out, look cross-side to the shooter.
Thomas on the baseline. Excellent switch by Jacoby Long.
Yes, it was.
The free access to the basket, and now the ball's going to dribble out of bounds, and Alcorn State's going to keep it.
That was good defense by Long. Long kept his feet, didn't let the quicker defender get past him. He made a mistake.
Under 11 media timeout. We'll take it with him. This is Bethune-Cookman basketball on the Cat Eye Network. Hang on to your hats, folks. It's going to come down to the wire. Stay up to date with everything going on with Bethune-Cookman Athletics by checking out the Wildcats official website. Go to www.bcuathletics.com for schedules, stories, and all the latest information on Bethune-Cookman University sports. Bookmark it and tell your friends. That's bcuathletics.com. I was mistaken going into the break. It's going to be Bethune-Cookman basketball, another Alcorn State turnover. That's only the 9th on the game for the Braves.
Yeah, they've been pretty disciplined with the ball so far.
BCU has turned the ball over 14 times. Garrett is going to get a reach-in foul called, and maybe a bit fortuitous there on Thomas because he had nowhere to go.
Yeah, he was dead in the water on that one.
And again, they went back to the double ISO, just playing the ball back and forth between two on the perimeter.
Yeah, that two-man game.
French. It's not a place he likes to be on the baseline. Here's Garrett wide open for three. Back iron no good. Long rebound's going to come to Alcorn State, but the ball's put on the floor. The Braves will control, however, as it squirts away to Walker.
Got to make sure we get back on transition defense.
BCU just hanging on to that slim one-possession lead. Bruton drives the lane. His kick out is barely saved by Walker. Bruton underneath, extra pass, and a layup is good from Agnew.
That was good offensive execution by Alcorn. They were patient. They dropped it down, and then the other big dropped it down to the other big. That was nice.
And that's the second time since Robertson's gone out that they've hit us with the extra pass, and there's no Dylan Robertson there to defend it. French, backdoor pass to Long. His layup is good and one.
Now, did you see what I was saying? Joe didn't drift and go to the right. Go back to the left. He did. He muscled his way in. They all collapsed on the shooter. He gives a nice bounce pass and one.
This is going to be a rare free throw opportunity for Jacoby Long. He only has 20 attempts on the season. And one opportunity missed. He was previously shooting 80%, 16 of 20, now 16 of 21. Ooh, almost a turnover there by Thomas, but he works out of it.
Yes.
Montgomery tries to get to the baseline and does. And now Bruton guarded by French, and now a kick out, end of the shot clock, draining a three is Keandre Montgomery, and tying the game just like that.
Right on cue, Mr. Montgomery. Now, he's getting a little loose now.
Montgomery up to 11 points on the night. French, that's a tough catch on a pass from Davis. French just puts up a shot that's blocked at the point of contact. Alcorn a chance to take the lead. For the first time since 16 minutes to go in the first. To the hoop, and it's good for Thomas.
Thomas is quietly starting to generate some things. Driving to the cup, dictating the offense like a point guard should.
Garrett tries to get it all back at once, can't do it. Thomas shovels it ahead. Montgomery thought about a three, and there's going to be a reach-in foul called against McIntyre. But now McIntyre's up to 4 fouls.
Yes.
4 on Robertson, 4 on McIntyre, 3 on Long. And it's going to be a 1-and-1 opportunity for Montgomery. He is the top free throw shooter on this team, 78.6%. And he gets the front end. Looks like McIntyre's going to stay in the game. Nobody jumped off the bench for BCU.
Well, we can't afford for him to come out of the game because we got to have good team defenders.
Timeout Bethune-Cookman, as they're going to talk this over. It's a 7-0 run for Alcorn State as they take their first lead since 16 minutes to go in the opening half. We'll step aside and be right back. This is Bethune-Cookman basketball on the Cat Eye Network. Wildcat fans, you can catch every Bethune-Cookman home game live on the Cat Eye Network. Go to youtube.com/Cat Eye Network for live streams, game replays, and more from Bethune-Cookman Athletics. Well, Major, we knew the push was going to come from Alcorn State, but here it came in the last 3 minutes or so. 9-2 run for Alcorn over the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, Alcorn is starting to assert themselves because now we don't have any length in the game due to the foul trouble with Robinson. So we got to find some way to be effective defensively to neutralize this, because right now we're down by 4 with 8 minutes left.
And pay attention to Damani McIntyre, ran to the ball right there. He's got 4 fouls and is remaining in the game.
And you see now that everybody is paying attention to Joe French.
Garrett for 3. It's good off the front of the iron and in.
Garrett trying to have a CP3 type night tonight.
He is on fire. He's still got a game-high 16. Almost a 3 attempt on the other end from Bruton, but he chooses to pull it down and play the clock.
I like this defense by Coach. Coach is going to a 2-3.
The center's wide open for 3, and he missed it way off to the left.
And that's why he was wide open, Michael. I don't think he normally takes that shot.
Probably not. Agnew just 1 for 3 on 3-point attempts so far this season, and now a foul on Agnew the other way as Garrett attacks the rim.
Hey, I always said that Garrett was built like a safety. I thought he was always a football safety. He proved that time. Look, I'm in the weight room too.
We're going to have another timeout. We'll stay right here and talk about this matchup because it's very intriguing. It's almost like a chess match between these two coaches. Who's in the game? Who's not in the game? Who do you trap? How do you force them to the corners? It's very interesting to watch.
We call it in the military battlefield strategy. Right now, who can move their men in the right position to take over the high ground?
Marcus Garrett is the battlefield commander right now. He has said, I'm just taking over this game. He has got a season-high 19 points tonight.
Hey, Garrett said, look, my big man is in foul trouble. My best defender is in foul trouble. I got to do something to help him out.
And Joe French, he's got 10, but he's got 10 quietly.
Yeah, so I'm looking for him to have at least about 6 to 8 before the game is over. More points.
Yeah, French only 4 for 9, 44% from the field, 2 of 6 from 3. French averages 14 points a game, and he's kind of dropped off because he was averaging 16, 17 earlier in the season, and he's kind of been on a little bit of downturn, but we all know he can shoot the lights out when he gets going.
Yeah, but see, again, it's no secret that man is one of the best shooters, as you said before the last game, best shooters in the conference. So we got to be more aware to try to get him off about 2 to 3 more staggered screens to get him a good shot.
Speaking of top conference performances, 4 of the top 20 scoring performances of the SWAC this season belong to either Joe French or Kevin Davis. Both of them a little bit quieter than they would have liked tonight. Davis only 8 points when he's been averaging, I think, 16 over the last week.
Yes.
There's the first free throw good for Garrett. He was only 1 of 3 previously.
The good thing about this is, Michael, we only scored 55 points the last game. So now we're at 55.
We were up against a much better defensive team in Jackson State.
True, but all they had was McGinnis for length. This team has length all over the place.
Alcorn State gives up 72.2 per game. Here's a 3 from the corner. No good. McIntyre the rebound. Or excuse me, that's Garrett the rebound. Kick out French. He sets his feet and fires. Yes, sir!
Big shot, Mr. French. Big shot.
Joe French just about takes the roof off the building, and BCU is back on top by 3.
Joe French. I think that hand is getting hot. This amoeba through 3 zone that we're going to.
Down low, it's going to be a foul on Davis. And I think McCorder got popped in the face a little bit.
But Coach Steers is protecting. He's protecting McIntyre, and he's protecting his other bigs with this 2-3 zone, which is brilliant. This goes back to what you said, the chess match. Who's going to be able to move that pawn and Bishop right?
Damani McIntyre coming into the game, leads the team with 37 steals. That's good for second in the SWAC.
I'm going to make a prediction. He's going to make the all-SWAC defensive team.
I would agree with you. McIntyre has 2 steals tonight. 2 steals by Robertson. That's the 4 for Bethune-Cookman. Only 8 players have seen the floor tonight for BCU. Remember, no Mikey West. He's still out. No Calvin Polina. He is likely out for the season. Joe French with a heat check 3 from way downtown. Falling to the floor is Bruton, and he traveled getting up.
Bruton.
That's a mental mistake by Bruton.
I think he thought it was 2000, and it was an N1 mixtape. You can't do that, sir.
Only the 9th Alcorn State turnover.
And the student section is telling him he can't do
now,
that.
McCorder holds Davis on the breakout.
And he's chipping at the ref a little too much.
He's got to come out here because Coach saw that too. He doesn't want him to get a technical.
Yeah, he's getting a little too chippy now. That's the one thing you don't want to do is getting a back and forth with the referee, the man that can call foul on you.
Batted out.
But that was a great look because Evan Davis was wide open on that back screen.
Yeah. Well, BCU got to be careful about getting a 5-second violation here.
Yes.
McIntyre got to go fast. He gets it off to French. French on the baseline, triple team down low.
I would triple team him too once he gets going.
Yeah, but that's not French's game on the baseline.
It's not?
Jacoby Long loses possession. With a burst of speed, Bruton underneath, and getting the layup to go is Justin Thomas.
Justin Thomas saw his fellow point guard down low. He said, I'm taking this to the rack.
Garrett round a screen, splits a double team, and he's going to draw the contact and the foul. That was a half second from Otis Walker being able to set his feet and draw the charge.
Yes, because it was quick.
Oh, no, they called the charge.
Yeah, they did. They called the charge.
Unfortunately, the referee was screened from me, so I didn't see him punch the air forward for the offensive foul. I just heard the whistle. So
Dylan's back in, Mr. Robertson.
Robertson is back in. 5:55 to go. Robertson has 4 fouls. Look for Alcorn State to attack him. And they go right at him. And scoring over top is Dominic Bruton, and the Braves take the lead 61-59. Kevin Davis on the baseline now. He dances underneath. Trying to find a way through traffic, can't do it. BCU turns it over again. Turnover number 17 for the Wildcats.
Now we've gone out of the zone and we went back to man.
BCU only averages 13 turnovers a game.
And you can see who McIntyre is guarding, Mr. Montgomery. He's gonna be with him the duration.
It's been Bruton who's been the hot hand for Alcorn State. That's a strip by Garrett, but it comes right to Walker. His teardrop shot no good, gets his own miss. The horn sounded, and a turnover in the corner. Garrett's going to hold up and wait for the offense to get set. Crucial stop by BCU.
Yes, it was. That's good hustle. Trying to do this two-man game with Dylan.
The trap comes, and then a tip from behind out of the hands of French. So every time we go off the screen, roll to the middle, and the two-man trap comes, and we kind of don't know what to do with it at that point.
Yeah, I want them to look cross-side on the other side because that man is wide open.
Robertson outside. That's not his game, but he's going to get a reach-in foul called. I think that's going to be against. I'm not sure who that's against. We'll get the stat update here in a second, but it will be BCU ball. They're going to go to the line. Well, if you're going to send somebody to the line, you might as well send Dylan Robertson. Only 9 of 19 from the charity stripe. That's 46.7% on the season.
That's the part of his game he's going to have to improve going into next year. Because you being a big and you're going to be down there scrapping, you got to be a good foul shooter.
Yeah. The foul was on Linnell Henry. And Robertson missed the free throw. 4 minutes and 8 seconds to go, and a fascinating Southwestern Athletic Conference matchup tonight from Daytona Beach. Hope you have enjoyed it as much as we have calling it. Catch and shoot three from outside. Swish, it's good for Montgomery. 5-point lead for the Braves. Matches their largest lead of the night.
And Mr. Montgomery lets the student section know, I'm here.
Somebody's going to have to hit a big shot for BCU, who's been scoreless the last 3 minutes. Garrett has the ball poked away by his opposite number. Thomas runs the floor, and he gets football tackled by Marcus Garrett. And now a scrum is going to happen underneath the basket.
Wow.
And look at Landon Bussey, the Alcorn State coach, is just over there pulling his guys over towards the bench. And Marcus Garrett, I think, is a bit frustrated.
Yeah, but I had to say, he kept a cool head. He kept a cool head. Now, I'm not going to be surprised that's going to be a flagrant because he tackled him.
We will take a break and see what the referees decide when we come back. This is Bethune-Cookman basketball on the Cat Eye Network. Stay up to date on everything Bethune-Cookman Athletics by checking out the Wildcats on social media. Give BCU Athletics a like on Facebook and follow the Wildcats on Twitter and Instagram at BCU Athletics. For the latest on BCU men's basketball, follow at BCU Hoops on Twitter. So Marcus Garrett has been ejected. He was escorted to the locker room after that last foul to stop a transition bucket from Honest Walker.
Well, me and you, Michael, we discussed it during the timeout. That man tackled that man. Hey, we call in a game, you got to call it how it is. And, hey, that right there, I'm just glad it didn't escalate like it could have.
Yeah.
And cooler heads prevailed.
And now Marcus Garrett, who has 21 points, far and away the best player on the floor for Bethune-Cookman tonight, is now gone for the next 3:26. BCU is going to be down by 3 scores, or 3 possessions, with under 4 minutes to go. And it's going to be a long way back for the Wildcats, as they have been scoreless the last 3:48. And partially that's good Alcorn State defense, because I mentioned the trap after the screen and roll. They've been doing that very well, and BCU has not really found an answer to that yet on the offensive end.
Yeah, they have not.
Both free throws were made by Justin Thomas, and Alcorn will keep possession as well. Coming up next, it's a pair of road contests in Alabama for Bethune-Cookman as they travel to play Alabama State on the 29th and end January at Alabama A&M on the 31st.
You can see now that they've gone back to somewhat of a kind of amoeba 2-3 zone that they're switching on.
Thomas, stop and pop. Swish, it's good.
Oh, hey, that little tackle might have got him going.
And that was a 4-point possession to push the lead to 8 for Alcorn State.
Now we're going to have a somewhat of a sense of urgency.
Davis gets it blocked underneath. That was Henry. And then the ball dribbles out of bounds. It's going to be BCU ball.
Where Montgomery went bad is because he hesitated. He should have taken it straight to the cup. He had the lane.
And the student section is letting him know. And he's going to come out of the game.
I guess Coach said, I'm not going to let you play through that one.
No.
We can't be, right now, we're standing around. We got to have a sense of urgency right now.
They're going to call a reach-in foul against Bruton as he caught French up in the face, and Joe's going to go to the line for a 1-and-1. Taking a look at the standings in the SWAC. Bethune-Cookman sitting at 3-3, Alcorn 4-2. BCU is going to Alabama A&M and Alabama State next weekend. Both of those teams also 3-3 coming into today. So games that we really need to be competitive in and probably need to win one of two on the road.
Yes.
The goal is, as it always is, make the conference tournament.
Yes. Win and you're in, Michael. Win and you're in.
Mm-hmm. French hit the front end of the 1-and-1. The second one hangs on the rim and is no good, but the offensive rebound comes down to McIntyre. Back out French. French into the lane. Teardrop pass. Yes, it's good.
Okay, now we have to get into a sense of urgency with the press.
Long pass finds Walker. And Alcorn State can get into their offensive rhythm and wind this clock down. 2 minutes to go.
Alcorn in no rush to do anything.
Long three. Back iron no good. It went over the backboard. It's going to be BCU ball.
Nah, I'm going to tell you now, Mr. Montgomery's coming at the game again because they did not need that shot.
Look at Landon Bussey. He's smiling, but he's not happy with his main man, Keandre Montgomery.
And Montgomery, you know what? I'm going to contest this to the student section because he's starting to feed into them, and he's trying to prove them wrong, which you don't want to do that as a player. You're up. Why would you do that?
We'll take the final timeout as BCU calls it and be right back with 2 minutes to go in the game. BCU trying to hang on down 68-62. Michael Turillo, Major Fillmore back at Moore Gymnasium for Wildcat basketball. It's do-or-die time for the Cats. Down 62-68 with 1:55 to go against Alcorn State.
Got to have a sense of urgency now.
French trapped by 3, gets the lane. Davis lays it in.
That was a good pass. Dropped it off. Down by 4. The pressure mount. Now you got your best on-the-ball defender.
Alcorn State could really take the air out of this building with a bucket right here. But they are in no hurry.
No, they're not. And I would keep it in number 3's hands because his one-on-one game has been
Gets
magnificent.
by McIntyre, and it goes out of bounds. It's going to be BCU ball. Excellent defensive work down low.
Now we're getting interesting, Michael. Now it's getting interesting.
4-point game, BCU basketball. Jacoby Long controls in the corner. Davis gets ahead of steam, drops it off to Robertson. That wasn't really the best pass. Robertson back to Davis. Looking for an outside, gets it back to French, 10 to shoot. French didn't get the screen in the place he'd like it. Backdoor pass to Long, 4 to shoot. Robertson got to put it up. No good, but an offensive board for McIntyre.
That was a good board. That was a good board. They got to have a sense of urgency.
Remember, they're still down by 4, 30 seconds
down
left.
By 4.
Crowd wants Jacoby Long to take a shot. He does. It's no good. Scramble for the board. Foul called.
Oh, man. What hustle by McIntyre.
I believe it's going to be against Henry.
Wow. Now, I don't know how he snuck in there to get that rebound. It was 3 Alcorn State defenders around there with the board. And he snuck in there, and he just muscled it away from everybody.
Now, here's the situation. Now, even if McIntyre makes both of these, you're going to have to foul because there's 30.1 seconds left, and they can just run out the clock. If BCU was a tad bit more aggressive on that possession, maybe they wouldn't have had to foul, could play the clock.
True.
3, it's a 1-possession game. They got to get this one to go now. Or they're going to have to hope for some missed free throws. McIntyre settles and hits. McIntyre 74.4% free throw percentage at the timeout called on the floor. We'll keep it right here because this is a very intriguing contest. Can Alcorn State get the ball in? If they can get in, how quickly does BCU foul?
I'm going to say it like this. If McIntyre is guarding the guard, I'm going to let him go to work. If he's on number 3, if he's on Thomas, we're going to ease up a little bit. Because it's going to be critical here. Who do they foul?
Well, there's really no good person to foul on this Alcorn State team. They have very, very good free throw shooters across the board. If you look at who's been on the floor, the lowest is probably Henry at 66.6%. But it's probably going to go to Thomas, who's got 75% from the charity stripe. I say full court press, try to get a turnover off the inbound. If that doesn't work, foul immediately.
Yes.
Bethune-Cookman has gone on a 7-0 run over the last 2 minutes to claw back from what was almost looked like a no-win situation after Garrett got sent to the locker room.
And I had a discussion with Coach Diaz before the game, and I asked him, do you feel like this team is starting to take an identity like you, a hard-nosed 80s player on the NBA? Is that really the identity? He said, yeah, I see it coming, and I love molding these young men. I can see the identity of them coming out.
Coach Diaz has been in the game for a long time. Louisville, Minnesota Timberwolves, New Mexico State, Cal State Northridge, and the Sacramento Kings. These all been coaching stops for him, plus his, 19,000-plus point career in the NBA.
Hey!
He's done it all and seen it all. But now it's out of his hands. It's into the hands of the 5 players wearing burgundy and gold. Alcorn State got to get the ball, and they can't. Excellent job. Timeout, Braves.
Timeouts is going to play critical here in a minute.
Yeah, it is. BCU is out. Alcorn State still has 2 to go. So the Braves can do that 2 more times.
Yeah, but I don't think they want to do that.
They do not. Best case scenario for BCU is a turnover off the inbounds pass right here. Second best case scenario is missed free throws.
But you see, when they came out here, they're not going to let Thomas beat them. They were double teaming him. So they're going to make somebody else on this team beat them. I like Coach Diaz's philosophy on this now. Mr. Thomas, you're not going to beat me. I want to see if your other teammates can step up to the plate and hit 2 free throws.
This is a very reminiscent of the Grambling State game.
Yes, it is.
Where BCU was in it all the way and just got pipped at the end. But either way this goes, this has been an almighty conference battle, as all of them have this season. In it goes to Thomas. He coughs up the basketball. Davis goes up with it. No good. Tip in also no good. Alcorn State controls. Gotta foul him. And it's going to be a... But did they call a foul? Did they call a timeout? I'm not sure.
I think they call a timeout, Michael.
So Alcorn State calls a timeout. Oh, Kevin Davis had the chance.
Point blank.
And did not hit the layup. And now we're going to do it again, but with 10 fewer seconds on the clock. But now, the ball is not in the backcourt. The timeout advances the ball to the front court for Alcorn State, which makes our job so much harder because even if we do turn the ball over, we don't have any timeouts left to advance the ball.
No. So, Michael, what you thinking? I'm thinking they need to foul, put them on the free throw line.
Yeah. Still down by 2. Make them hit 2 free throws to beat you.
Yes.
There is not a behind in a seat in this entire building.
And we're standing up too. So, in the suspense.
Oh no, they didn't advance the ball. So the ball is still in the backcourt.
Here we go.
This time they get the ball in, got a foul. They do. So it will be Dominic Bruton who goes to the line. He is 11 of 19 in free throws on the season.
That first free throw is critical, Michael, because that's the one that gets in your head for the second one.
This is Bruton's first trip to the line tonight.
Which that plays dividends for Bethune-Cookman because he's never been to the charity stripe, so this is going to be different.
Collins Joseph is about to check in. First one up, no good. So they're going to get at least a shot to tie it. Joseph is going to come in and replace Robertson. You don't need the big man in. It's going to have to be a 3 probably. And I'm surprised that Alcorn State is even trying to guard this.
Yeah, because if Cookman gets out on a break.
It's good. 3-point game. 17 seconds left. Look for French to try and get an open look. Davis drives. He gets it blocked. Offensive rebound, McIntyre. Joseph steps on the baseline. Oh, no, they're going to call a foul on Alcorn State.
Wow.
But that's not what you want. You don't want that if you're Bethune-Cookman because you're going to go to the line. You'll still be down by 1.
Yeah. You don't really want that.
I am surprised they didn't try and set up a double high ball screen for Joe French.
That means if he hits both of these, Michael, we're going to have to foul fast.
8.7 seconds left. Now, do you make one, miss one, and try and get a miracle rebound?
I would say no. I'm gonna play the Houston gambler here for a little bit. Hey, hit the free throws. Let's go and see what they're gonna do under this pressure. They only got one timeout left.
Head coach Landon Bussey for Alcorn State just yelled so I could hear it up here. Box out. Joseph's second, no good. Alcorn State grabs the missed foul, gonna go on McWhorter. Kevin Davis is gonna foul out of the game. That's his fifth.
Wow.
And now Dontrell McWhorter is go to the line. He's a 72.2% free throw shooter. If he hits both of these, it's likely ball game over. Excuse me. Yeah, no, that is McWhorter at the line.
Yes.
First one, no good. So once again, BCU is going to get a shot to at least tie, but this time they've only got 7 seconds to go.
Now, if Alcorn is smart, they're going to foul immediately and put them on the line.
They've got, look at Joe French all the way back here. He's guarded one-on-one by Walker, because if this is a miss and BCU grabs the rebound, they're going to try and toss this to try and get it to French in the front court.
And quickly, if Joe could time this, because they're going to be trying to shot block him. Okay.
And now they've got two. Oh, my goodness. Here is Shakur Poteet, the freshman, into the game for BCU.
Yes, sir.
Well, they had to replace Davis because Davis fouled out.
So what they're going to need now.
McWhorter hits it. 3-point lead, 7.2 to go. Into the game for Alcorn State comes DeKidron Thorne.
Come give him some help, because now they're going to try to foul as soon as they get it.
7.2 seconds to go.
This is the critical right here now.
They get the ball in, 7 seconds left. McIntyre into the front court. He's going to shoot a three. No good. Offensive rebound. No time left on the clock. And the shot didn't go in anyway at all. Alcorn State survives an almighty Bethune-Cookman comeback here at Moore Gymnasium.
We had a good look at it, Michael. Just came up a little short.
There was about 5 minutes of the second half, right in the middle of the second half, where Alcorn State went on a 9-2 run and put the game away, and BCU was not able to recover. And we're going to go back to the Marcus Garrett's foul that put him out of the game. That was a 4-point swing. We lost the game by 3.
Yeah, that was critical, Michael, because, and I thought better of Garrett than that, man. If you're going to be the leader, the point guard on the team, you got to be aware. If you know this man has it, just let him get the 2 points. Now you put us in a compromising position. You're not in the game, and we can't win.
Next up for us here on the Cat-Eye Network, it's Prairie View A&M on the 2nd of February and then Texas Southern on the 7th of February. We hope you will join us then. Here are your final scoring totals. First for Bethune-Cookman, Marcus Garrett had a game-high 21, but unfortunately did get ejected in the second half. Joe French had 16. Kevin Davis had 10. Robertson had 6 and had 4 fouls. Davis fouled out. Joseph had 6. McIntyre had 4, and Long had 4. For Alcorn State, Thomas had 16 and Montgomery had 16. They led the Braves. Walker had 12, Agnew had 10. McWhorter and Bruton both had 7, and Henry had just 2. Well, that'll do it. Wrapping it up from Moore Gymnasium. Thank you so much for your patronage in our broadcast tonight and throughout the season. For Major Fillmore, I'm Michael Turillo. Have a very pleasant good evening.